Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be cleaning out my linen closet in my bathroom. My bathroom is quite tiny, so it was kind of hard to get this in a good angle. However, I'm excited to share this with you, and right now I'm just going through and taking everything off the shelves. So even though my shelves look completely disorganized, they are kind of already organized per shelf what's on it. So I'm kind of just taking it out, putting it in a pile with what is what. That way when I go through and see what I want to keep, I can get rid of the things I don't, and it will already be in one section. So at this point, I kind of realized I have no more room on my floor to actually empty that bottom shelf with all the hair stuff. So instead, I'm going to leave that bottom one for the way end, and now I'm just going through and cleaning the actual shelves off, and I'm just using my Method all-purpose cleaner in the grapefruit scent, which I love and I use on pretty much every surface. I'm just going through and making sure that the surface is all clean, which surprisingly wasn't as bad as I thought because I have not done that in a while. As you can tell, there's so much that came from that linen closet. So at this point, I know I need to go through it, organize it, and probably throw some things out that are extremely expired. Alright, now next I'm going to actually start putting them back into my linen closet, and this part is what I was so excited about. So I actually made each individual basket for my linen closet by myself, just using recycled wood that we either got off of Craigslist or from people's backyard or anyone who didn't want their wood. I pretty much just started taking it all, and as you can tell when you start seeing me put them in, some of them have backs, some of them don't, some of them have bottoms. It just kind of depended on what it was and if I felt it was necessary to use that much wood. And they're all different colors. The nice thing is all the front panels, I think it's old lattice, so they all matched really nicely, but the sides are all different color wood, but you can't tell, so I think it worked out perfectly. So on this shelf, I have all of my towels in the big one without the back. Just that way I can hide my towels a little because they do not match. And then in one of the baskets I have to the side, I just have like some different jewelry that maybe didn't work for my hanging jewelry hanger, and then some of Christopher's. And then on top of that, I actually just put all of my like glasses, eye drops, and all of that, and I just thought it stacked really nicely. So that is what's on this shelf. Moving on to the second shelf, you can actually see that wood I just put in. You can kind of see the white wood peeking out behind it, which I did realize after this video that I can actually use just like a regular pencil and color it in, and it looks almost like that grayish wood, so it works perfect. I also have that white stacked tower. I don't like it, but it holds like all of my nail tools so perfectly that I don't feel like I need to change it. I would love to paint it maybe, but then again, my closet door is white and the shelves are white, so I think it kind of works. Now I'm just going one at a time, going through all of my nail polishes, making them look nice in that little nail polish holder I made. I have to say, I kind of am very curious to see how many of those nail polishes are even good. So that's a whole nother thing I need to go through, but I have a feeling that would take forever. So that is something I will have to do. Okay, so on this shelf, I obviously have my little leaning tower, my stack tower that has all my nail supplies. Then I have my nail polishes, and the one next to it, I have like wax strips and a mirror and just some other little lotions and stuff. And then that far one that you can't really see is just all teeth stuff. So my retainers, extra toothpaste, extra toothbrushes, floss, all that kind of stuff. And that is what all goes on that shelf. Moving on to the next shelf, I actually already organized all of, it's just pretty much allergy medication, just all that kind of stuff. And I organized it before I put it on just because I'm hiding it behind a bigger basket. And I did do it sideways, and so I'm glad it's hidden because otherwise it would not match at all. And then I've got two smaller ones, and then I have the big one on that same shelf. So on this shelf, it's pretty much just allergy medications, some supplements and stuff, and then obviously Advil, all that kind of stuff. And then in this big one, I have alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, doggy shampoo, doggy conditioner, aloe vera, sunscreens, everything that's kind of large goes into that bin. And then on my far one, I have a little bit of baby powder, and then in the front is just all Band-Aids. So if we get hurt, we know where they're at. Now we're on the top shelf. I just decided to do this on the ground just because I had so many wraps and ace bandages and splints and from every time we've ever gotten hurt pretty much. So right now I'm going through that bag and putting everything in this big one that I feel like we need to keep, which I do want to keep a lot. I know it's kind of like a hoarder thing, but I don't live next to a grocery store. I do have to drive quite a bit into town to buy anything, so I want to keep everything possible on hand on my property, but I am throwing away quite a few of it. But right now I'm just going through, organizing, keeping what I want, getting rid of what I don't, and then we will move on to that top shelf. Alright, putting everything back up. So right now I'm stacking two in the corner on top of each other. They're things we don't reach for very often, so I figured that would work. Now I'm having a little bit of struggles putting in the one with all the ace bandages, but it worked. And then next to that, in the way back, I just kind of have like, I think it's like iodine, things like that, which you never know if I guess you need to use it or not. And then in front of that, I have another basket, and that has like Epsom salt, foot creams, all that kind of stuff. So now that I've made all that room on my bathroom floor, I'm going final shelf, which is actually the floor. I do have a ton of developers, bleach, hair things, clippers, scissors, anything related to hair because I am a hairdresser, so I have a lot of it. At this point, I realized that my floor is quite hairy. As much as a hairdresser, you try to disinfect, clean everything, hair is just attached to everything. So I am sweeping up everyone's hair, not sure whose, probably my dog's as well, and then I'm cleaning it with the all-purpose cleaner from Method as well. All right, so now I'm starting to put the baskets in. In this far one, I just have hair foil, hair combs, bleach. So on this basket, I don't know if you can tell, I actually made little cubbies so that I could easily kind of organize and sort all of my different clipper combs because as you'll see in a second, I have way too many. I know I should go through and actually get rid of some, but I feel like I end up bending them so quickly that I don't want to get rid of my guards. So this is just a nice little organizer so that I can put the clipper guards in one. Then I have like feather razor stuff in the other, and in the way back I actually have my scissors in their little container, so that I love that little organizer. And this next one, the next big one, I did put a floor on this one in case I need to pull out my hair tools. This is just all my hair tools, which I actually am going to go through and get rid of some of these because I've not touched them in years. I'm also going to add all of my brushes, round brushes, just any kind of brush, and my combs to the front of this since it does have the extra space, so that way it can go with the hair tools. So that completes my linen closet transformation. So I'm so excited about it. It just looks so much more neat and organized, and I love that it cost me $0. It was all free wood, and I think it turned out just absolutely perfect. So it is nice and organized, and thank you for watching.